blowing nice, calmly, smoothly through the reeds. The air is a gentle wisp. And the clouds are prancing in the atmosphere. Good afternoon, desert dogs and dogettes. We are here along a tributary of the Colorado River. I'm in a Hobie kayak, and this is just the first night of a 4-night endeavor 40 miles down the Colorado River in the desert. There is one caveat to this though. I'm the only desert dog member on this trip, and even though it's just me, I will be dogging in this desert for sure. And amidst the cackles and squaws of American coots and common moorhens, you know, we got a pretty nice scene over here. Yeah, it's what the kids would say, a pretty fire view. We are going to be going down the Colorado River for about 40 miles, just ending a little bit north of Yuma, Arizona. And we're taking these kayaks. It's like a kayak backpacking trip. And at the same time, we are gonna try to pull some teleost fish by their mouths with a hook out of this water as we float down the river. Overall, I'm just really interested to see some really interesting stuff. Oh, whoa, it's a freaking beaver. Whoa, look at that. Is that a beaver or is that a... Let's chase after it. Don't worry, we're not harassing it. I just want to get a... It is a beaver. It's a freaking beaver. It's got the flat tail and everything. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me chase it. I heard they're very aggressive, so I don't want it to come towards me, but yeah, that is a beaver. Oh, yeah, it just went under. Okay, I mean, I don't want it to come up here and bite me. But yeah. So we decided to continue on with the nighttime fishing sesh. Let's see. Oh, just got popped. There we go. 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 A decent one. Oh, they're jumpers. Hey, baby. Whoa. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Jumper. You got a lot of energy. Get your ass over here. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's Micropterus salmoides, also known as a largemouth bass. Oh, look, it's got a little parasite on it. It's got leeches on it, on its tail, on its caudal fin.
I didn't check mine.
Yeah. That's sick. All right, all right. We're in the desert. I am a desert dog, therefore I kind of feel obligated to at least contribute to the pool of footage that we have as a desert dog crew. However, you're gonna get the perspective from only me. And so the first thing I'm seeing right now is, you know, it looks like a vast river. Pretty wide, might even look pretty deep, but honestly it's only maybe about 15 feet deep at the deepest that I've seen so far. I mean, this is what it looks like. It's pretty shallow. Like, we're only sitting maybe about a foot. So fishing is going to be a little bit of a challenge. And the reason that is because the fish that we're fishing for, particularly largemouth bass, typically like structure. So they like overhanging vegetation, which there's plenty of. However, this current seems maybe a little too fast. So we're in search of, you know, kind of offshooting creeks and cuts and maybe little channels that lead into side lakes where the water is less turbulent and be easier to catch. So the camera wasn't rolling, but we got this bad boy. This one's it's got to be like a 3-pounder. Yeah. This Micropterus salmoides. Look at the pelvic fins all the way up to the front, which is sort of an indication that this is a much more recently, modernly evolved fish, if you can call it that. But let's get it out of here. It's a nice one. See the thrash. Go. There. Oh, got one. Got another. Whoa, dang. Whoa, this one's strong. Oh. Come here. Oh, it's a nice one. Another nice one, dude. Woo! Oh, let's go, big mama. Let's go. Womp. Hey. Jeez, look at that. This is another solid, maybe like 3.5 pounder right here. That is mighty nice. Micropterus salmoides is a transient swimmer species. It kind of just sits in one spot waiting for stuff to float by, like a nice juicy worm or a nice juicy worm imitation. You see right there with the gill wreckers, see how it's like kind of flush against the skin. It's trying not to suffocate right now, and I don't want to keep it out of the water any longer. But yeah, Micropterus salmoides, largemouth bass, Colorado River largemouth bass. All right, ready? Yeah. Alright, so we pulled over on the river. We were trying to look for this lake called Draper Lake. Found a spot in the cut in between the Arundo where we can park our kayaks. Then we started hiking on this trail that was easily seen. And we're coming upon to this structure right here, which we saw a sign that this is called Draper's house. Some guy named Draper used to live here. Man, this is nice. Look at this. Holy crap. What is this? Where's Richard Elliott when you need him? It's an old, looks like an old stove. What? With some rocking chairs that don't rock no more, obviously. Non-rocking chairs. Oh. Wow. This is for all you who want your Instagram photos. This might be a good spot. There's old equipment, maybe some new equipment, pieces of metal. It's like old cans, aluminum or tin. This place is put together concrete, and this looks like adobe brick. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's adobe. Holy crap. I wonder what went down in here. This is where the bodies were hung. This is tight, dude. We come across a lot of old structures, but none really in this good of a condition. Like I wonder if this when this house was built, maybe it was built not too long ago, like the 50s or 60s or something. I'm gonna go inside again. How many people know about this place? This is like one of the most intact abandoned cabins or homes that I've ever seen. This is nuts. What is that? Like a sewing machine or something? Or just so many artifacts here. Well, that's pretty badass. I'm gonna have to do some research on this Draper guy. Wonder why he left. Wonder why he came here in the first place. You know, from a boater's perspective, it's nice. It looks quite lovely, very calm, soothing, relaxing. But from a biologist's point of view, it kind of feels like you're just floating down one giant golf course pond. You know, as far as the plants go, it's basically about 99% Arundo donax. Anyway, that's that Arundo right there. Looks like bamboo. A lot of people mistake it for bamboo, but it's not. Only thing similar to bamboo it has is that, you know, they're in the same family, Poaceae, which is the family of grasses. And this one's a really bad grass. Really bad grass. I think it comes from the Mediterranean, or like northern Africa. It was brought over here to make reeds for flutes. You know, those little reeds that you put in your recorders that you send your kids to high school to try and learn, but they never use it ever in their lives. And now it's an invasive. You hear that whisper? That's all the wind blowing through all that Arundo. That's how much Arundo is here. Look at that. It clogs up river systems. It outcompetes native plants. It basically creates its own monoculture. But the tough thing, the tough nut to crack with this plant is even though there's a monoculture and tons of it everywhere, there's no natural predator or natural parasitoid that could actually take down this plant or spread some type of disease to it. These plants do not need seeds to expand and propagate. They can just pop up from something called a rhizome. They can just, like, you could just take a piece of the rhizome, toss it downstream, it lands somewhere, and it'll sprout into a brand new Arundo plant. It's that tenacious. All right, here's the rock formation that, to me, it looks like an ash layer, another one of those pyroclastic flow layers. And the reason why I'm making that conclusion is I'm looking at the big chunks of rock in there, and they look kind of square-faced, you know, like that, square. They're not rounded. If they was rounded, it would remind me of some river rock, a rock that's been pummeled by glacier and water movement. But this looks kind of volcanic because it's got bits of ash integrated into the matrix with all those other bigger particles of rock. So yeah, this one giant ash layer. More of this Arundo. Nose. Oh shit, I'm about to crash into the bushes. Okay, so day 3, day 2 out on the water. Yesterday was a decent day. We're here at what's the name of this place? 4S. We're here at Picacho State Park. This is where we spent our second night. It was really nice. We had a group of friends kind of just hang out, and they offered us some food, and we didn't really have anything to offer them except whiskey. Woke up in the morning, stayed nice and busy, packed everything up, didn't really idle for too much. And now we're back on the water, and we're still about to pull some Micropterus salmoides, some more of them out of the water, hopefully. Pretty nice landscape again, as you can see, with introduced vegetation around the banks again. But again, I still don't want to complain because it's nice nonetheless. All right, part of doing this is making sure you can get through the veg. Oh my gosh. Don't worry, we're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this. I'm in a double kayak, by the way, so we can fit more stuff. So I have a little bit harder of a job steering through this. If you hear that bird, that is a marsh wren, which is, it's a sensitive bird species. I don't see too many of the marsh wrens around where I'm at. Very rare. They need decent wetland habitat. And I guess they got some here amidst the vegetative invasion. And it's nice to see these natives and a rare species of bird out here. So it's not all bad. I was worrying I was getting a little too negative on my outlook on some of these things. I am a kind of glass half full kind of guy, but it's half full because I drank it. Looks like we've made it to the wet wasteland here. It's like it's pretty badass. It's like a scene from Mad Max or something like that, but flooded. This is Cyprinus carpio, common carp. Yeah, I guess they're swimming into the Chenoplectus to spawn. So I guess the females will attach their eggs to the vegetation and the males will jizz all over it. I'm sorry, place their sperm on it. Yeah, we've been here for an hour just seeing a bunch of carp make love in the bushes. But that's it. That's all that's here. Yeah, we're gonna leave. Okay, seems we found the entrance to another lake. The name of this one is called Taylor, and supposedly this one has really good fishing, apparently, according to all the people that we chatted with so far on this journey. I'm excited, and again, everything's lined with Arundo. All right, okay, here we are after a whole day of no fish. We're here at Taylor Lake at our campsite, enjoying the nice view. We came in from over there, explored a bunch of that a little bit, and now we're here at this lovely campsite. Overlooks everything, and some pretty cool stuff up here. Some nice plant life to look at. It's about to be the spring, so things are blooming. It's looking nice up here. It's okay down there in the lake. There's a cactus that's interesting. This is a Puncha basilaris, or beaver tail cactus. It's starting to bloom now. And I believe there's like many different species of bumblebees and honeybees, of course. And then also, I don't know if you can see inside there, there's like some beetles in there. I think they're called checkered beetles. Those might be like the primary modes of pollination for this plant, this cactus right here. A nice, bright, pretty looking flowers. Where we're standing right here, this is some like natural, like native landscapes that we really. This is the desert section right here, like the more upland section, as opposed to everything down there that gets gets flooded a lot by the opening and closing of dam systems along the Colorado River. But up here in the more upland side of things, you know, we have some pretty nice desert slope habitat. And we got a bunch of let's see, that looks like some sort of borage boraginaceae. I don't know what that is. It's some sort of aster. I don't know. This one, maybe another type of aster. I'm not sure. These seem to be harvester ants harvesting. It looks like seeds from something. Oh yeah, we got these. This is this Plantago erecta. So Plantago erecta is a stable food source for the critically endangered desert tortoise, Gopherus agassizii. They eat a lot of this stuff. And this is a native plant that makes up a lot of their diet, actually. A lot of the coolest flowers, like, they were super small. You gotta like get really close up to it to see them. Small hook, we'll probably use this one right here. This worm imitation here. Pitch it right in there. And I lost the bait, but I got the fish. right here, Micropterus salmoides, better known as the largemouth bass. That's a solid pounder. So this right here, which looks like the tongue, that's not a tongue. I think that's like one of the hyoid arches. They don't really have a tongue. Unlike our tongues, this tongue doesn't aid in swallowing. It does aid in procuring its prey. So it'll take that tongue. So a lot of fish tongues have like teeth on it, and this one has a little bit of teeth, but it'll press that tongue up against the roof of its mouth and kind of chomp on it. So it's kind of like they have this outer jaw plus another set of jaws on the inside, and the other set of jaws is up here, called like the vomer plate, the vomeral nasal region. Anyway, I've had this out of the water too long. Let's get it back in. Here it goes. Boom. That's off. I'm out of baits. I need to go get another one. Yeah, this is a trip. So I don't know if you can see all of that and all of this. I doubt you can, but oh man, I wish there was some way. I really wish there was some way. Yeah, I don't know how much something like this would be worth. How much money would people pay? I know there have been paintings that describe this landscape. It's amazing how at night it puts it in a whole different perspective. Much more mesmerizing, definitely. Fishing's still going on at night. Colorado River, largemouth bass in the desert. Ah, ah. Yesterday was pretty rough. We had to fight the wind and pretty strong currents, and there was no really good close campsite, so we ended up sleeping in this parking lot here in Martinez, Arizona. There's my kayak. Kenny brought his down to the boat ramp already. It was a comfortable night in the parking lot last night, so no complaints here. With that said, I guess this trip is pretty much over. This is our last day. We're just gonna float down, maybe do a little fishing, and we're gonna drive home through the desert, get back to our normal lives. It's also daylight savings time now, and I didn't even know that the time was gonna change, so I'm a little off. It was an amazing trip. I'd definitely do it again. Cheers to the desert. Oh my God, it's huge. It's huge. It's a good one. No. Get up from under there. Look at this massive. Yeah. Wow. Damn. Right there. That's gotta be close to a 4-pounder right here. And that's it right there. Micropterus salmoides, the largemouth bass. Look at its protruding mouth. So the bones in its mouth, you've got the premaxilla, the maxilla, the bottom is called the dentary. And these articulate so they can extend out and create a suction inside its mouth so it can suck in whatever unlucky food item it may want. It's a big girl right here. All right, let's let her go. Swim off, there. Right under this dock.
Hey Marty, I looked into that weird contraption at Draper's cabin. I found out that it's a pedal-powered water pump, which he probably used to get his water from the river. Okay? Stop bothering me. Bye.